The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard
line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now he'll tuck it and run. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, here's Watson. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Henry on the carry.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now left side on the swing pass. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He was taking
a nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 22, Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers 7, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 26-yard line.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Returnable here from the 38. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
42-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Chase Claypool, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And shutting him off, now open field. Nice stiff arm. Derrick Henry all alone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry. Get the quick strike touchdown. The extra point try now for Vedvik. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the Ravens get it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. 5. It's 2 points. And partner, I know Heinz. That can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Derrick Henry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when, when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
2nd and 5.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13. Ravens 2.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Derrick Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They're
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Keep 15.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
On first down, it's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Steelers 27, Ravens 5.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson from the shotgun. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go, D, let's go. 13. Come on.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Watson escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. This is Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
And for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Kill, kill, kill.
From the 50, it's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot in this situation, and he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
4 yards gain. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the run. Report. Deuce. Middle.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Your trip is here. Hey, we got to snap it.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
Now a handoff working right. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fights through, and now a crease. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Mostert. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
The kicker.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometime.
He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Steelers 40, Ravens 13.
kicker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
A gain of
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll run with Henry. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
it.